I spent 100 hours coaching people how to start their online business and get to 10K per month, how to get leads, turn them to clients, all the good stuff. In this video, you're gonna see some of the behind the scenes of that, so enjoy. How do we create a game plan to hit an overall revenue of 30K to 50K in the next 6 months? That's 5 to 10K per month. 10K per month is, this just the fundamentals that people refuse to do. Getting good at funnel building, the skill, sharpening your axe, building your portfolio, posting content, reaching out to people, creating new conversations, doing promotional posts where you share what you've done, you create the flywheel. Let me do this. For me, in order to get more funnel agency clients, I needed a good portfolio. Without a portfolio, no amount of lead gen helped. Without leads, I couldn't close deals. Without deals, I didn't make any money. So it all started with my portfolio, at least on the surface. But what's the one thing that allows you to build a portfolio? It's funnel building skills, because with crappy funnels, there's no portfolio. Without skills, there's no happy clients. Without happy clients, I get no case studies. Without case studies, I get no testimonials. So the flywheel effect is simple. Get good at building funnels, upload funnels to portfolio, share portfolio to land clients, make clients happy, collect case studies and testimonials, and share those to land more clients and repeat the cycle. Now you can focus on skills, and that is the one thing that builds everything else. I do the same on gusten.com. I mentioned that we charge like from 7,500. I think there's a lot of leads that also look at that and they're no longer interested, which is fine. I don't want to work with, with everyone. I want to work with premium quality. So number one is like accepting that not everyone will be a good fit. The second thing is like the perception of your brand. So how can you up level the perception of your brand so when they see 2,000, they're not comparing you to someone else who said 500, right? Because if they look at you and someone else the same and they see the price is different, they might be scared to even book a call because they feel like it's not going to be like, they might feel like they're going to waste their time, right? So when you don't have a price, you get to first give value and consult them on the call. When you drop 2,000, it makes sense to them. If they already have made up their mind on the price and think it's not going to be worth it, then they don't want to do a call because they think like, oh, I have other stuff to do. That's one thing to keep in mind. You could delete it again. Is the reason you do it, is that to reduce the amount of calls and have more qualified calls? I would assume that's the reason. Well, before that, I would recommend that you have a package you can downsell to those people as well. So if they can't afford 2,000 or even 1,000, you could sell something like, hey, you get my premium templates and make them based on your clients. So don't sell them to everyone, but create templates that are based on client products that you've built. So now the perception is tied to what clients pay you. Let's say as an example, your highest fee you've charged is 5,000. Let's just say as an example. You would then position the template as, instead of paying 5,000, you get 90% off is 500, and you get the same templates that have the proven frameworks that other clients get, and you get to ask me questions for 30 days when you launch it. And then you don't spend 60 minutes and spending all your energy just to get the no. So that's one thing that you could do. The other thing is start asking upfront. So like when the first 5 minutes, without saying that it's gonna be, it's gonna be a specific number, you can just gauge sort of where their mindset is at. Because some people just strictly want to get on and pick your brain. They don't say it, but that's what you realize at the end of the call. So you could say something like, hey, before we go into your projects, I would love to hear what you're working on, but just so we're kind of on the same level when it comes to the budget, I just want to make sure that you have like a budget in mind that you're willing to invest if you think that we're a good fit by the end of this call. And then you can see the reaction. If they're like, oh, right now I don't have a budget for this, then you can spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes with them, or you can just cancel the call. Or if they're like, yeah, we have the budget, we just want to make sure we have the right person. If you want to qualify them a little bit, let's say the minimum is 2,000 on the application, you could put as a minimum 1,000. So then everyone with the 500 in mind, okay, they don't book a call, but someone who's like, they see 1,000 minimum, but then on the call, when you position the offer, you present the offer, it's always going to be like all these things that are included. And then that's where I like to price anchor it and say like, typically this would be this much, but we can do 2,000. So that way they don't go and price anchor from 1,000 to 2,000, but from 4,000 down to 2,000. So if they ask like, okay, what was the $1,000, then you would say, well, you know, typically if someone wants just a redesign of a homepage, or if they want a lead funnel, like an opt-in page, is going to be more towards the $1,000. Brian says, hey everyone, I heard Gusten mention we should use a .com for our domain funnel agency. Has anyone ever used another type like .io or .co? So I use .com whenever possible. That is if you're building a portfolio and a premium brand long-term, but you also invest thousands in domains to do that. And some of you, if you're starting out, you don't want to invest thousands in a domain. You just want to get one that speaks to your dream clients. So if I built funnels for softwares, maybe I would have something with SaaS and funnels in the domain. And then it doesn't have to be like, it could be SaaSfunnels.io. Sure. You know, especially because softwares also use .io. You could even use AI. So you could have funnelagency.ai, or you could use to your specific industry. So let's say you do, I mean, we've had people in FFD who do VSL funnels only. And then it could be VSL funnels or VSLfunnelagency.com or VSLfunnels.io. Like it doesn't, it's more about the words. So like who and how. I remember one of my early funnel agency domains was automatedcoursefunnels.com. So like the .com is less important than automated course funnels. And I've used gustenson.com, right? So you can just start with your personal name, build a personal brand, and become the go-to in one industry or one funnel type. And then you build out the funnel ecosystem for them, you grow your portfolio, and then you can think about brand long-term. There's no brand without skills, right? I want you to think about that. Like you can have the perfect domain and like everything, the branding, the design, but without the skills to get happy clients, it's not gonna last. So focus on the skills. And then that's why I used for years, I just used a simple portfolio and just had like the projects that I've built for other people. And that was it. Because like, what's better than selling the results by showing results instead of like hype? I talk about evidence-based selling a lot. Like internal direct evidence is me saying, here's how I can help you. Here's my results. Here's my experience. External direct evidence is where you have other people say like, you know, I love working with this guy or this person or this girl or this lady because, you know, she understood our business and she was able to do everything, design, copy, tech, everything. So don't worry too much about the domain. For a main funnel agency website to get clients, would you post pricing details on your site? Would you cover that on discovery call? I wouldn't post pricing unless you do it from a confidence standpoint. So a way to do this is to scare some people away, right? So if you have more than, you know, more clients, more leads than you can handle, I would post the price to scare people away. So what I mean by that is I would have pricing that says this exclusive, it's application only to make sure that we are actually a good fit for each other. And you need a budget of at least 10,000. So if it's 5,000, I wouldn't post the price. If it's 3,000, I wouldn't post the price. But if it's 10, 25,000, you could have it to qualify people because there's only so many people who can see 10,000 and say like, okay, that makes sense. So you also got to have some sort of celebrity status in your personal brand. Like your positioning is important. For most people, it doesn't make sense to post the pricing. It makes sense to build a lot of desire and curiosity. And then they will have questions. And if you do have the pricing, you do want to book calls or start conversations in DMs. But for most people, it doesn't make sense to have pricing. Just build the desire with amazing designs, case studies. Like I just posted a case study yesterday. First we took the funnel, I think it was at 2 or 3%, front-end low ticket offer. Now this is actually for the Instagram guy, 50K Instagram followers. He's multi-seven-figure business. He's also on YouTube actually, like 100K subs. Anyways, we took it from like 2 to 3% to 5.8, and now we're at 8.1, right? So we've more than doubled conversions. So now we have case study plus the visuals. Now we're doing the same for another YouTuber that has 2 million subscribers, and we're optimizing that one as well. So you're building on your portfolio. I'm going to add more case studies along with the visuals, and then your unique process or methodology. to getting those results. The question was tips for partnering with a category king when I have a small audience. They reach out to me. James, in any partnership, there's two puzzle pieces. So the category king probably has its own audience, and they probably came to you for another reason. So what's the reason they came to you? Look at what you can bring to the table, but also be fair in terms of who has the more leverage. If they have all the audience, then they're going to make more money. Percentage wise, they're going to make more money because they could just hire someone else, pay them 5,000 and, you know, get the funnel built. No matter what the perception is from you of like you versus another funnel builder, it's their beliefs. If their belief is, I can find a good funnel builder for 5K, I believe we're going to make 100K, I would rather just keep 95%. So you might not get 50-50 even though you're partnering. You might get 20%. So now you get 20K out of 100. So I would look at what they need. If they're bigger than me and have more leverage, I would kind of sit back and be interested. I would show that I'm here to serve, but I wouldn't demand too much. Another thing too is like, if they're a huge category king, they're busy. And so they probably don't want to look through a lot of people. So I would just get started. Whatever they suggest as the first offer, I would take it to get in, you know, to the door and get started. And then I would impress them in the first one, right? So the first funnel build, I would impress them, get paid a little bit. And then the more value you keep adding to them, the more you can ask for. I would do outreach. I know there's a lot of opinions in this space. If you should do outreach or you should do cold email. Like even if you have 10 people, I would still post content, right? Because it's first of all, one of those could be a client out of 10 people, but also that's kind of like going to a mastermind and you have 10 people there. One of them could be worth $1 million. Like, it could be one of your future partners. So it's not about the number. But I would also realize that, hey, there's like, I can't get 11 clients from 10 people. So I need to get more people to my audience. So yes, keep adding people, keep posting, even if it's not super effective, keep posting in other groups where you can without being promotional, and then do outreach where you offer something that's so valuable. So, you know, instead of getting 1% response rate from 100 people, but it doesn't take any of your time. So you could go and message a ton of people, provide nothing for free, and just get one person out of every 100 people reply. Or the offer would be so valuable that everyone who sees it, half of them reply to you, right? So try to think 10x value, almost like it's not even believable that you would offer that for free. So like, what's an offer you could do that's something people would look at and go, man, that's crazy. Like I've never seen someone pitch that to me and I don't even have to do anything. Like the outreach could literally be this. If I go on Facebook, I'll pick the first name. I see Ryan here on Facebook. So I could say, I know he's a video editor. So I could say, hey, Ryan, nice to connect. I saw that you're a video editor. I would love to build your homepage completely for free. Just let me know if you're interested. No risk for you. You don't have to send me anything, right? I'll just use the content you have on your profile and I'll build you a free homepage. What you're able to do is use a template, customize a few sections, just build a first version, send it over once he's replied, not before that. And then once you get him to say, oh, that's really good, then you can talk about other services you can sell to him and like what it would charge to build it out and everything. Marina says, if you are new and don't have any social proof yet, well, Marina, I think your first goal in any business should be to get social proof. And in so doing, you also build direct evidence, right? So when you build something and you work with someone, you can now start saying in your content, like when I work with clients, here's what I do. On sales calls, you can say, when I work with clients, here's what we do. Here's what I typically go through. Here's the process. So now you're building all these direct evidence pieces and elements in your marketing to get them to purchase and want to buy from you, because it positions you as the expert. And then you can do the first one for free in exchange for testimonial in any business, fitness, funnel building, even physical products. Just give away for a review of the product. Ed says, do clients think of a funnel designer more as a web designer or graphic designer? That depends on your positioning, Ed. That depends on so this is market awareness. You can sell to someone who is problem aware. They know they need more sales and leads and customers or clients. They might even know they need a kind of a sales funnel. They're not sure exactly what though. They're not exactly sure what it is, why they need it. They just have heard that they need it. So if you're selling to someone who's problem aware, not solution aware, then sure, they kind of look at it as like, oh, it's a web design, sales funnel design, it's the same thing. And it's your job to educate them. Maybe when you do calls, you have a confirmation page with a Loom video that explains, here's our unique methodology to building out sales funnels. Here's why we're different. On your homepage, you can have like your portfolio and why you're different. So every offer needs to be different, not always better or cheaper, but different. So you can say funnel designers only focus on design and they kind of build these funnel websites, you know, as a homepage, but we build specific offers front to back end. We build sales funnel ecosystems, right?